Hello, welcome to Rolling Escapades Season 2, Episode 32, Part 2. The episode of twos.
Two.
A web series in which we played D&D and put it online for your entertainment. We still have a sponsored desk dive, still have the artist Christopher Rolls. Links in the description, go click on those. In Part 1, the Errant Guard continued looking for the children, found 5 of them, found 2 dead children, and have got ideas about where the final child might be, and made their way back to town. Had a long rest, and are now prepared to enter into the cave of awesome.
The Cave of Wonders.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll describe it.
Yeah, but I'm hoping to find a genie lamp.
I mean, if they're voiced by Robin Williams.
Exactly. Liam, how is your Robin Williams voice?
I have no idea, having never attempted it. So, you're standing at this entrance, at the entrance to the cave. You are going to go in said cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What is your marching order?
How wide is the cave?
Well, I cast Mage Armor.
You cast Mage Armor. Wonderful.
I won't. Yeah.
The cave is about 15 feet wide, 15 feet tall.
Oh, cool. So we can go.
You can go 3 by 3. Yeah.
Awesome. I'll go in the second row of the
Right. So you got Paras at the front.
We could also go 2 by 3 if we had someone standing on everyone's shoulders.
Yep.
I can do that.
You in the middle.
Wouldn't even fit you there.
I have mentioned to them that I think if my desires might overwhelm me and I might start to rush forward, so I'm actually going to go where they think it'd be best to be able to stop me. In case I do.
Behind me, so I'm just going, no!
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
Should we tie a rope around you, just in case? So we can pull you back?
But what if we all want to run in? What if someone stronger than him wants to run in? And
Then
we
everyone
pull him in
hits
with
each
his
other
rope?
over the head with a club.
Then it becomes a Benny Hill sketch. And you'll go running and holding a rope.
I'm sure we all
And
have
everyone
things
ends up
that
in
we
a
And
pile.
hitting each other with sandbags.
I'm sure we all have things that we
Erebus
desire,
is going
but
second rank.
the odds of us rushing in there for it.
He's
First
also.
rank.
Huh?
I'll go first rank, because I know... I know I can walk in and out of this cave.
Shade has also said en route that he's not planning on using Pass Without Trace anytime soon. He wants his key points if it's needed in combat.
I think it's cool.
So he's trying sneaky, but
Jamshire and you're going what here? Here?
Yeah.
Here? Wonderful.
I'll go in the middle then.
Right here?
I mean, it's in the middle rank, sorry. Oh, I can't put 3 across, yeah? Front 3 then.
Oh no, that is middle rank. That's front, middle, back.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I get it now, I see. Yeah, that's perfect.
That's perfect for you. That's what you want. Wonderful. Look at that good old bunch.
Yeah.
Solid punching.
In
Yep.
high order.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Just don't
first
blow
time
up.
we've done that in a while.
Just don't blow up. That's all we're saying. Just don't blow up.
Unfortunately, they all get your protection bonus. So, you guys step your way into the cave.
Everyone blows up.
It slopes down in front of you, so you can't quite see where it is you're going. As you begin to make the descent, that Derek, you already experienced it. The air goes very, very cold. You start seeing your breath mist in front of you, and you strongly feel the thing that you most desire is close by. Pa, you've not experienced this before, but it's just a step. There's no drastic change. It's sudden. It's abrupt. Your mist is now just in front of you, and you can sense the thing that you most desire close by. And as everyone else starts just making
Giant
the
barrel of armour polish.
No. Just liquor. Lots and lots of liquor.
Drinkable
Actually
armour polish.
close to the truth, now that I think about it.
Drinkable armor polish
His
works. I
his
mean,
own
both.
brewery with his old company working with his workers.
A hammer with its own distillery built in.
Aegis is the closest one so far.
Are you hammer or axe or?
Hammer.
Yeah, you're a hammer.
Or a weapon with like a secret compartment for booze.
It's got
Yeah,
a
it's like a peg
It's the
leg
brew
thing.
pad.
yeah,
what a
it's
great idea!
It's like a keg. It's a brewing keg on the end of a
Camel
stick.
brew
And
hammer.
you just whack things.
Well, you
with
don't
the
have peg legs, so what we've got to do is we've got to hold the whole vessel in the sort of shaft of your weapon. So
That's in Pirates
I thought you were
Caribbean
going a whole
4.
different way there.
Cool.
I thought that was a whole different thing where we're
we also do that as well.
And you were saying
but
the word shaft.
Yeah.
I'd like to let you jump.
So yeah, so you all step across this boundary. You all start to see. Actually, before that, just a little bit back before that, because it does matter. So Eldoran and Shamshir, what you guys actually notice is Derek and Paul begin the descent. They disappear.
What the?
Oh, I didn't know that because obviously I can't see myself.
Well, that's slightly
That's
different.
new.
You were invisible.
I step forwards.
Yeah. And there's
Cool.
Eldoran disappearing.
Eldoran disappears.
Sees him.
Yeah.
If I turn around and look behind me,
You cannot see them, which you guys hear Eldoran step behind you, but there's no other noises coming from behind.
Oh. Big black wall instead.
If I
Oh no, it's still the cave.
Oh.
The cave
okay.
still goes up. Yeah,
You just
Can they
no,
see
no.
each other?
they can see each other.
if I put my hand up and out, does the hand disappear as I go in, or does the whole shape Shamshir disappear alone?
If you put your hand out, you watch as your hand starts disappearing through it, and you guys just see
Oh,
Shamshir's
hand appeared.
hand reaching through you out of nothing.
Someone shakes it. Oh
I
god!
was going to tickle his palm.
Oh,
I go back to the wall, put my hand through, and go.
Derek has beckoned. You guys continue to enter?
Yes.
Well, that's a dangerous game, mate, because you're like lower down proportionally than the rest of the party. And if there's someone standing directly opposite you,
I've accidental check.
Well, especially going like this as well.
So you all pass over the boundary, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're all feeling the chill. You all feel the sensation that something close by is your desire is close by. You will all also notice that Shade is back to his normal appearance.
That's
Oh.
Is it still like a twilighty,
Yep.
weird lighting?
interesting. Maybe it's an area separate to the island, the shadow
Is
realm.
my-
across
That's
it.
what I'm thinking.
Is my mage armor still up?
Your mage armor's still up.
It's not an anti-magic film.
I'm also thinking we might be able to get away with light down here to a degree. Because if it's not seen by outside,
Oh yeah, how much can I see?
Can we see? Yeah.
If you don't have dark vision, you cannot see.
So who didn't notice they were invisible?
Who here cannot see then?
Yeah.
Oh no.
There's 3 people
I
who
have to-
can't see.
most of them
He's got
are.
bubbles, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so there's
Half of them.
there's the 3 humans that can't see.
So if we take a second, what I can do is I can cast dark vision on myself with the second level spell slot rather. With the first second level spell slot, I can then use my final second level spell slot to give dark vision to either one of you. And then what I'll do is I'll choose.
Do it to him.
Oh, where's the line here? I'll
I'm
choose
just like-
Eldoran first of all,
okay.
but then I'll just give me a minute, give me a second, and I'd like to use the Pearl of Power to
Cool.
restore a
Yeah.
second level spell slot.
Yep.
So I'll hold on to it, I'll like chant for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I'll give you dark vision as well. And now I'm out of second level spell slot.
That's why we don't need.
That pearl recharges each day, doesn't it? Or-
Yeah.
What to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which is that's you wear around your is it wear around your yeah.
Yeah.
It's a necklace that he's worn the entire time you've known him. He's just pulled it out, held it for a little bit, and then cast another spell.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, the walls. Excellent. Thank you, Shamshir.
Now we can all see again.
Oh, I'm glad you did. There's a hole there. Oh, and just so proud of that.
And at this point, we can all feel what we most desire.
Yep, you can all feel what you most desire. Shamshir, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
More. How profit.
Facing a natural uno
Cool.
for a
Okay.
total of probably complete fail, which is your
Plus
plus is 3, so 4. And I'm actually proficient at wisdom saving throws, I think, being a ranger. So as I stall for time and bring up my saving modifier, which is on this card, it is plus 3.
So 7.
7. Let's just 7. Does a 7 pass?
Does he get allured by the chicken burger?
Sure, that's cool. I'll just make a note. That's fine.
He most desires.
Shall we move on then before?
Yes, we should probably go
Shall we-
down.
Yes, move stealthily but quickly.
We'd be a lot more stealthy if you all stopped talking. Just
So we're sneaking down.
There's a greasy fry up down there.
Come on.
I'll tell Peg that. Okay.
So you're moving quietly?
He just really
Attempting
wants
to.
to fry up.
Wonderful. Everyone make a stealth check.
Wow.
Not so good.
Oh. The lack of pass without trace really screws me.
Oh, the dice hate me. I mean, not as much as they hate you, but
The
they
tray
hate
is
me.
You probably still beat me on this.
Maybe.
I think you might be.
I am in double figures. Yes.
Woof.
You beat me.
But I can't not be in double figures.
Exactly. No.
That's fine, I'll say.
Oh, I do get the plus. Do we get the plus 3 from?
No,
No,
just so
no,
you
no.
say.
It's just saves. Okay.
4.
4. Cool.
11.
11.
15.
15.
That's gonna be the highest.
7.
7.
18. What the hell happened?
18.
Wow.
Shamshire.
5.
Damn, I
Five.
really was the last.
I was expecting to be the lowest.
And Shade got a 27.
Because of course.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are moving quietly.
No,
This is
we're
what happens
not.
when we don't get past that trace on this.
Quietly.
Oh no, Dax wearing his one-man band outfit. Boom, 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 shh, boom, boom, shh.
It's alright, I'm the entire cast of Stomp as I walk along.
Exactly, it's like you don't need to do the hi-hats, we're doing the hi-hats.
So given how quiet his overall musical outfit is he actually doing like a stealthy tune, like
Da, da, da.
Panther starts playing.
Cool. So, you guys start following the tunnel as it continues to slope down, heading deeper and deeper underground. As you're following the tunnel, the feeling that the thing you most desire is nearby intensifies. It starts getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Park, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh no. Oh no. 13.
Plus his numbers.
With
Oh,
plus 3.
it's a save. 16.
Okay.
That's right around the numbers that generally matter.
Down and down into this dank tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Or is some devastating, dastardly plan about to duck out of the side alley and attack us?
No, you can go down.
Whee!
Yep.
I think we're about to get fridged.
Unfortunately, I keep trying to chivvy people to go a bit quicker.
The cold isn't getting any stronger, but it remains cold. You are feeling, the effects of standing in cold that's cold enough to see your breath.
Especially those in heavy armour.
Yeah.
Padding, mate. It's nearly quite warm underneath that.
And as you follow the tunnel down, you reach a point where it forks. Both forks carry on descending, but you can go straight on, and there's one that sort of curves off to the right.
Do we feel like we're being willed to go in a particular direction by it's this way, it's definitely this way,
Well,
Where's his fry up? Yeah.
yeah,
glittering gold.
the feeling that your desire is down the right tunnel.
Which way do the footprints go?
You can make a survival check to see. No one was looking for them.
I'll shamshare to do this.
Okay, yeah, I'll have a look. I'll say I'm not so sure.
This is a cave floor, right?
Yeah, it's rock.
Oh.
It would be unusual for them
It was
to
very
leave
muddy
footprints.
outside.
It was muddy outside.
Yeah,
It would be unusual. It would have been unusual for them to leave footprints behind them. Fine, but I'll have a look anyway.
Or just lower my head here and
Closer inspection, these
Uh,
are office.
And this is investigation or is this perception?
Survival.
Oh, survival. So that's going to be
Which
21.
shade is-
21.
21. Okay.
So would Shade have assisted him?
Maybe, but whatever.
I'm tempted to.
It's
Um,
still 21.
There's not footprints, but you do see signs of passage where people have, as they've walked along, have sort of maybe hit the cave wall slightly with their shield and sort of scored a mark through it and things like that. It's very slight. The sort of things that you guys are doing as you're walking, making your way down every now and again, sort of just hitting the cave walls or catching your foot on a bumpy part of the.
Almost as if you're distracted.
Right.
Yeah.
Derek
Or just
was
can't see.
here.
Yeah. Derek was there.
We're in luck because the
So you've been
footprints, maybe that the previous party left behind, they're still visible.
But they
Where did they
do
go?
go down the right tunnel.
They went down the same way, the right tunnel.
So they followed their desires. Guess we follow them.
And we're never seen again.
Do we feel a compulsion
We
to go
follow
towards
cautiously.
our great desire? Or do we just have a hint that whatever it is we most want would be down that direction?
You are not compelled. You just feel like it's there.
As much as I want to see what's down the tunnel, there's a curiosity as to what's along the other path.
We're here. We can explore that afterwards. We're here to save people.
It's
Primary goal, secondary goal.
As long as we get the primary goal still
primary
alive.
goal, flank.
Yeah, what if it goes around like they expect everyone to walk down this way?
Derek, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Sure. Ooh. Have I got +3?
Yeah,
22.
everyone does.
Okay.
Well, no.
Someone's gonna just
I passed the
hurl
save.
themselves down these stairs.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, I'm going to be the one that rolls 1 and just ends up going down the hallway.
A normal child.
As much as these,
Can we hurry, please? Hurrying would be the worst thing. What if we go straight into their traps?
precisely the alternate route before something doesn't go how we want.
Well, the tracks lead down that tunnel. We don't know what's down there.
There's one fork.
Well, no, we
if
do
there's
know what's
nothing
down
there.
there.
We can turn around.
We do know what's down there.
No,
The tracks go down.
No, that one.
Oh.
Maybe we'd give it a quick 30 seconds there and back and make sure there's nothing.
Sure.
Just to.
Shade, you're speedy. Can you just make a quick rundown?
No, we're not separating this place.
We just go.
He's going to be within sight the entire time.
Aren't we invisible?
We're
No,
not,
it's
no.
stealth.
we're not separating in this.
You're not
cave.
visible, no.
I suppose it could be dangerous if whatever it is compulsion, or it becomes a compulsion suddenly to go see down the other trail.
Let's say we go together and we check. Rule out there being anything down here and we go the other way.
I think we find the people who are missing. That's the most important thing. That's my vote. I say right.
And we will find them
I
eventually.
agree with Derek. Because I would
Right,
very much
right,
like to go
straight
down
on,
the
straight
right-hand
on.
path.
I would say that's
Straight on.
I think it's been.
Well, he
such a long
said
time.
straight on
Yeah,
and
yeah,
right.
it's-
It does that.
Yeah,
it's not a
it's
fork
just
and
straight.
right.
Yeah.
So right. Okay, now I would say left. I would say we should go around.
Yeah, so that's 2 for 2. What do you say?
I'm saying we check the left one, then go right.
So that's essentially 3 for straight on for a degree of time.
There are 6 of us who's not voted.
So Shade hasn't voted.
Shade hasn't voted. He's not here. Fine. In which case, to keep everyone together, let's go right.
Sure.
Cool. So you guys are going to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The caves, the size of the cave, the tunnel hasn't changed. It's still this sort of large 15 foot by 15 foot.
And it still looks naturally a natural formation.
It's natural formation, yeah. It's very, it's not smooth. It's very bumpy. It's not that pleasant to walk across.
Is there any like water dripping from the ceiling or anything?
There is not.
Cool.
I'm assuming this cave looks completely naturally made.
Yes.
At least we know we're not walking towards the river.
It's very cold. There isn't any ice.
No ice.
No.
You're just seeing your breath.
When you say it's cold, do you mean it's like 5 degrees, or do you mean it's 0?
It's cold enough that our breath Mrs.
It's cold enough, yeah.
So
As you're,
one or two. Then.
yeah, it's pretty chilly. It's cold enough that you guys are starting to feel the effects of standing outside in
Exposure.
yeah, for a bit, because you have come from spring.
Our sexual organs have withdrawn into our bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Exactly where they're meant to be.
Yeah.
Right. Keep on. Let's go.
Okay.
Chip chip.
So you carry on following the cave down. It starts to sort of flatten out a little bit and then heads into a large cavern. There are sort of rock pillars formed around the cavern, and you can see just where you are. The sort of on the left side, you can see a tunnel heading off, and then over to the right, you can see another tunnel heading off.
Which way does the desire pull us this time?
So as you go round, it pulls you to the. As you go around, you guys, there's another tunnel at the far side, and it pulls you down towards that tunnel.
Is that 3 or 2? Is that 2 or 3 tunnels in this?
There's 4 tunnels technically, including the one you came in. Icarus, I'd like to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, hell. Oh, that's good. That's 14 plus 3, and do you need the rest?
It's always worth giving me all the numbers.
Wisdom, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just the 14 plus 3, 17.
Okay.
You get a plus 1 from that little stone.
No, that's just armour. No.
I think so. I mean, it'll be in your stats if it gives anything else. So.
Shamshir, are the tracks still leading in the same way?
Yeah, I should confirm. Let's see. Are the
Yep.
track's still leading in the same way? That's only going to be like a 14.
14. I mean, it's easy enough because you had started to seen them when it was harder to. You weren't really sure what you were looking for, but now that you've caught the trail once, it's a lot easier to pick up a trail. Yeah, you can see the same sorts of signs of passage. It's not so easy to follow them through the cavern, but at that particular tunnel, you can see that they have passed through that tunnel and are continuing to follow towards Desires.
Yes, they are carrying on towards the same way that we think we should be going.
Looking down that tunnel, does it continue to descend, or is it plateaued?
No, it descends again. It begins to descend.
Any light coming up there? Any
No
smells?
light,
air movement?
no air movement, no smell.
I don't trust this.
No, neither do I.
Shall
I know I'm stating the obvious, but
Well, nothing's changed. We still want to be going in the same way, don't we?
yes,
Yep.
but it's the feeling of walking into a trap, knowing it's a trap.
That's the thing we're best at doing.
Apparently so.
And then, so we had 3 options, right? And if I was using the left, right, and straight ahead,
Yeah.
which way are we now?
I think we were on the right.
Straight
hand
ahead,
side.
I think, was the.
Straight ahead is where the Desire continues, where the people have passed.
Okay, cool.
Park, can you make a wisdom saving
Oh,
throw,
me
please?
again. Ooh, bugger.
Oh my God.
13.
Okay.
Does,
lost control of himself yet?
Does anybody have any chalk or something to make a mark the way we came in from?
Maybe.
Now that we're beginning to be given 4 options when we try to leave, maybe we should.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a disguise kit that I'm sure has got some stuff that you could use in it.
Be something you could use, sure.
I mean, I've got stonecutter's tools, so I literally could just carve an X.
It might make a lot of noise, but it's a good, like,
I have a candle.
It's a backup plan.
A candle.
yeah, let's just smudge some candle
Yeah,
wax.
yeah. You make an X in wax on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Best
cool.
thing I've got.
Mm-hmm.
I
Alright.
thought I had cartographer's kit. I think.
Cool. So you'll use a candle to mark an
Mark
X
on.
over the corridor you've come through. Sensible, sensible.
So yeah, we're going down the central one.
So it descends again. carries on, you're starting to sort of lose track of how long you've been underground. There's obviously you're losing track above ground, but at least there's
we're doubly losing track.
yeah, there's an element of air movement and sounds and whatnot above ground, but you're just in absolute deathly silence. There's no movement, there's no smell, there's no sound. It's just a dark tunnel. So the tunnel begins to sort of very slowly flatten out and goes from an incline to almost flat tunnel that heads forwards. And once again, you are able to make out a opening up into some sort of large cavern with various things, various like rock pillars and whatnot holding up the roof.
That's looking slightly familiar.
It's still all naturally formed, right?
Yeah. Yep.
There's no evidence of like carving through here.
There is not. No.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'd like to make a wisdom save throw, please.
16.
Cool.
I think we can check that for sure. Yeah, 16.
16. Wonderful.
Did you include 3?
That was including the 3.
Okay. The sense that your desire being here is the strongest is being. You feel like it's somewhere in this room. The thing you are looking for, the thing you really want, it's here.
But this is an empty room.
Empty room.
It's
Don't think.
Is there any sign of the 7 humans?
You can't quite see all of the cavern. You can just sort of see that it's opened up in front of you.
Is that because we can't see far enough? Or?
Element of you can't see far enough, and it's I mean it's not rather than it's essentially a large cavern, but rather than realistically it's a bunch of separated like open plan cavern.
It's like a honeycomb.
Yeah.
Pillars like
Yeah.
dotted around various parts.
Yes.
Stalagmites.
There aren't any stalagmites or stalactites because there's
It's
no
just rock columns.
yeah, it's just rock columns because there's no moisture.
I suggest that we move differently. If this is the room, Par, Eldoran, you at the front.
Yep.
We'll shade behind you.
Yep.
Shamshi, you go with Icarus over to the left, and me and A just go right.
Icarus, don your armour.
Shout if you get into trouble. But
It's not
Make a wisdom save for me, please.
that's an 8. That's a 16.
Okay.
The sheer difference. I rolled a 12. You got an 8.
Yeah, still I've got +8.
Do you not get your own bonus?
Not the aura bonus, I don't think.
Yes, you do. It's in the
But it's already factored in.
yeah. It's already in his saving throws.
Why my charisma save is 10?
Make a wisdom save, please.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's 20 total.
Everyone's
Cool.
happy to
Make a wisdom save, please.
Oh man, it's everyone.
Not half or 0.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
11.
Make a wisdom save, please.
Oh, that's worse.
Oh,
I got a 6.
we have a winner.
Is this like
Ding, ding.
before or after we
Wisdom
break
save.
apart?
Oh, that's fantastic. That's 21.
Oh, I thought we had a new winner. We do
Oh,
now.
I mean,
You winner. You winner.
Also 1 because it goes off the thing. 19.
Oh, good. Me and A just have failed our saving throw at the start of the fight again.
Why is it both you?
Because we're awesome.
Yes, you are.
Oh, you recovered it. Okay.
Yeah, it was under this table.
Oh.
Yeah, it came all the way over here. I thought about throwing it, then I was like, actually, this is stone. I'm not going to do that.
It's the same as your black one, so yeah.
You don't want to get that in the face.
Cool. Right. So what we're doing? You guys are going to the front. Bink, bink.
Shade behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then me and Icarus, did I say me and Aegis? Me and Aegis going left, and then Shade and Shamshir and yeah, that's it.
Like that.
Yeah.
Long that sort of.
Power pose.
Wonderful. So what you're doing is you're doing a sort of sweep out around the area.
Yeah, claw move.
Wonderful.
Did we put our monk in the middle simply so he might not die this time?
That was my thinking, yeah.
To be fair, he willingly moved there as well.
I'm hoping if I stay near the one that keeps dying.
It does tactically make sense, and also we are forming a human shield around the guy who keeps dying.
Except
In
from
interesting ways.
Except from behind.
Which we're sort of hopeful that maybe.
Cool. So where are you? Are you literally spreading out across the cavern, trying to cover as many things as possible, or are you moving as a clump like that?
As a
We're
group,
moving
I
as a
think.
unit.
Yeah.
Cool. Where are you travelling to in the
Is it
cavern? Sort
Possible to follow the tracks.
of. Make another survival check. It's a lot harder to see in the cavern because there's a lot less scratches.
20 plus 6, which is 23.
23. Okay, yeah, no, you can see that they the tracks carry on straight for a period, and then they curve off to the right and start making their way past into one of the sections that you can't quite see, past some of the rock pillars and whatnot.
Can I keep an eye out for anything else that's moving?
Yeah, sure can. Make a perception check.
You see all of us.
That was a 13. 17.
17. Cool. Good to know.
I'm just making sure that I can keep getting eye contact with a member of the other two teams.
Yep.
Head on swivel.
Did you put an X in candle on the thing? On the entrance?
Cool.
A big arrow.
Way marked. So you want to carry on following the tracks round?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you follow the tracks round, weaving through all the various pillars and whatnot. You get, this cavern is absolutely massive. Like, it's ridiculously huge. And then as you sort of round and all these things, you start. It's sort of like a tunnel, but it's very, very small.
Passageway.
There you go. Yeah. You pass around the rock formations, and you are looking up at a library.
Huh.
A library?
All of us.
Yep. You are looking up at a library.
Is it lit?
That is a library, right?
Those are books, yeah?
Lit library. Yeah. You're looking up at.
Is it familiar?
It's not
Wasn't
familiar.
expecting
No.
that.
Can I read any of the titles on the spines?
Can you?
Not from where you are. You're not in a library. You're sort of looking up the outside of of a building that would be a
So it's an
library.
actual like proper building inside this
Yeah,
cavern.
you can see. Yeah.
How many stories?
Hard to tell. So it looks like it might be 2 or 3.
Cool.
Sort of think of like those ancient things. That it's got like the massive
Massive
archways.
dome,
Yeah, at the front.
So it's not like a part of a building. It's a complete building.
Yeah, it's a complete
It's
building.
like
Yeah.
a
Fully
proper public
built,
library.
just
jobby.
Yeah.
plonked here.
Yeah, I was imagining Minecraft. Like,
Yeah.
there's cave and then there's suddenly bookshelf.
Yeah.
No.
So
What?
it's
No,
like
no,
a
no.
full building just
Full building
dumped
just
here.
dumped
Oh.
in. Yeah.
Any obvious signs of a light? Or
Yeah, no,
sources
there
for it?
there appear to be braziers sort of lit on either side of the entrance, and you can see things lit up on the interior.
So those colour.
Yeah.
Can we see anyone?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm joining.
Can we
that one.
hear the flames?
Make a
Or
perception
people
check.
talking inside. Is there an
16.
inscription written above the door, like a name of the place?
There is not.
Ooh,
16 for
that's
seeing if you see people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20.
20. You can't see anything. You can't hear anything. Perception check for listening for flames.
4.
4.
Can I hear a crackle from any flame?
There's a lot of other. Your companions are next to you. You've got loud chainmail in your plate mail, in fact, in your ears. You can't quite make out sound.
Shut the fuck up. Are those flames real?
Are they flickering?
Can you hear them?
You can all make perception checks if you want to listen to the
I
flames.
might be able to. 19.
16.
14.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone down by 1 each time.
Yeah.
12.
12. So you two cannot hear the sound of the flickering flames. They are completely silent.
I can't, but that doesn't mean it's not real.
Might just be really thick glass.
I don't.
I sort of bend over, like grab a small. How far away from this building actually are we?
You're about sort of 20 or so feet.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Does anyone mind if I throw this and just check it's really there?
Want me to throw it properly?
You want to throw rocks at this building?
Hit the building.
Just hit
not
the
a
steps.
window,
Yeah, it's just.
Why are we throwing rocks at this building?
to see if it's real.
Why don't we walk up to
I
it and see if it's real?
I can scout it invisibly.
What if we piss off the librarian?
Sure, that works too.
And you wouldn't hear noise. You gotta be quiet
You
in the library.
spoiled the most fun plans. Go on then.
I didn't want to touch it, but if you want to.
I cast a spell.
You cast a spell.
Derek is now invisible.
Thus and thus the party was separated.
Which you don't have a face to put on.
But we can put the mask on now.
Oh, he might still have the face on him. It depends if the face got regrown or if it's got reattached. I'm not bothered. Derek doesn't know about that because I won't tell Derek about the face.
Sadly.
I'm going to walk up to the library and
Cool.
touch the building.
You touch the building.
It is a real building.
It's a real building.
I return to the group.
Mm-hmm.
I go up to Aegis.
Your stealth roll was 15.
It was.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't notice him.
There you go.
Why?
Cool.
My passive
I
is
think-
14.
I think you would notice yourself.
Shade would notice it.
Shade would notice, I think.
No, I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. I think
No,
maybe
my-
Shade might be the only person who notices you.
I
And
see.
you. There we go. Yeah. Oh, the other person was Thondrake. Thondrake's the other person with a decent passive perception.
Yes. And I whisper to Aegis, the building is real. And then I go, I'm going in.
The building.
Scream if you need us.
Actually, we all hear him.
Yeah.
Do you need us to open the door for you?
It's open archways.
That's
Yeah.
That's how we
So
go
like
into
I
the
said,
library.
yeah.
We can see into. We can see all the books.
Yeah.
It was a library, all of a sudden it was a sealed building. Now I get you.
Yeah. So open archways, steps going up to the central area.
I think maybe we should sneak up to the
I
entrance instead of standing around
I
in
turn
the
to
cave.
Okay. We give him 5 steps head start.
Do we still feel the
3,
desire?
2.
I'm going now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming from inside the library.
When everyone else goes forward, we all go forward. About fact.
Sure.
Just shortly
You
after.
start making your way forwards.
I'm going to swap out helmets.
You put on the dread helm
On the red
Wow.
helmet.
Below your
with the red eyes.
For reading books.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
reading glasses.
Illuminates
Shut
the
up.
line.
So you walk into this central area. You
That would be helpful.
will notice it is still cold. You are still seeing your breath. It is still exceptionally cold. There is no heat coming from those braziers at all. But it is flickering like fire. It's not stationary like magical flavors.
I'm take a gauntlet off and do that
No.
through the brazier.
Your
Good question.
hand goes through the brazier.
Good
Oh,
question.
okay.
When we entered here, did all of the... Oh, it's dark. Can we see this in colour, or is it black and white?
It's colour. Yeah, from the
From the light.
the light from the braziers. Yeah, it's in colour.
Well, should we change? Might...
Is there any religious iconography in here?
There's no religious iconography.
Is there department signs like sci-fi, fiction, non-fiction, so on and so forth?
Heresy. Super heresy.
Magic books.
Quadruple, double, definite heresy.
Cookery.
Poison, herbalism,
Necromancy.
alchemy.
There is there are some sort of signs sort of indicating these things. Poison, herbalism, alchemy are one of the sections leading off in a direction.
Fantastic.
What's it written in?
It's written in common.
Is it written in common for everyone?
It is.
I don't
Can I
think we
cast
should
a
read
spell?
these.
You cast a spell.
I'm doing Divine Sense.
Oh, okay. Yes. There is no fiend, celestial, undead, or hallowed or consecrated ground within 60 feet of you. That is not behind total cover.
That's vaguely reassuring.
as we stand outside a building that provides.
No, I
everything
mean
inside,
in like the lobby.
Yeah.
I've just walked in the up
I'm
the door.
gonna
Yeah.
court danger a little bit here. I'm gonna go to the very closest bookshelf
Yep.
and just tilt a book to see if it's real.
It's a real book.
I poke you with the staff. No! Don't.
I'm doing science, and I open the book.
I think we go in
Completely
pairs.
blank.
It's completely blank.
Yep.
It's a colouring book.
Should be good for you then.
What does it say?
All
on
we
the-
get it as a souvenir for Throndrake. What were you saying?
What's the cover read? What's its title?
You look at the title. It's just a bunch of random letters.
Escapades.
Yeah.
The Targan.
Bless you.
But in fact,
Might
it's not,
Big dwarf.
That might be in Undercommon or something. I don't know.
but it's not even like laid out like a book cover would look. Sort of the letters are just sort of randomly all over the page, and as you if you look down the spine, it's the same, and it's the same on the back.
And every book is going to be like that, is it? If I check like the next 5.
Yep, they're all the same, completely
all
black
blank?
inside. Yeah, as you're looking across the spines now, properly paying attention to it, they're all it's just a random mix of letters.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Some of them are in common, some of them are dwarven runes, some of them are elven runes. There are runes you guys don't recognise that are being used.
I sort of just sniff the air. Is there anything?
No.
Nothing at all.
No, there's no smell in the air.
So it doesn't have that musty paper
It
smell.
doesn't have the smell of paper. It doesn't have the smell of decay. So have we gone in and then there's a chamber both sides of us, or is it in front of us?
I asked.
Uh,
Go ahead.
So I just want to get a description of the
Yeah,
building.
so you're just sort of like it's a in a lobby essentially, like it's a circular thing. There are various passageways going off in every direction. Some of them lead to stairs that go up to upper levels.
Right.
Some of them are just corridors that lead to other sections of the library that are lined with books.
Right. Okay.
I asked Shamshir which direction the mayor and her guards walked in here. Did they separate? Did they just go in one direction still?
Yeah, I'll have a look, see
Oh,
if
yeah,
the
what-
steps have led into here.
What's the flooring like actually within the
It
library
is
part?
marble.
Oh, is it dusty at all?
No,
Mm.
White, pink, black.
it's white marble.
It's a good place.
The shelves and the book covers, are they dusty?
No.
Okay, that's fucking weird.
Yeah. So going back to where the tracks are, you go back to the base of the library. You can see them walking up to the library, and then they disappear. There are no signs of passage up
I've
the
gone
steps.
back outside to the base of the library to look for tracks, and if I look in, can I still see everyone? Or are they...
Yeah, you can still see everyone. They're still up there.
Well, you can't see me.
Yeah.
Do you want to quickly double check there were tracks? This might be stupid. We're coming back out the library and heading to somewhere else in the cave. I don't expect that to be so, but
Are there any signs with that check that they were...
No, people have only gone in.
I've only gone in.
I think our only option is to.
Just to wait
Are we
for
still
our
feeling our
scout?
desire is
Yeah.
in this
You
library?
are feeling like your desire is in this chamber. You're all feeling like it's coming from the same direction. It is coming from the section where there's a chamber heading off that is poisons, herbalism, and alchemy.
Okay. I'm going to quickly walk back into the library, pull a book off the shelf, put it on the floor, walk back out the library, and then in again. Is the book still in the same place?
Yes.
Good. So we could possibly do that as a breadcrumb trail if needs be.
Leave books behind,
Literally, just pull a book off the shelf and just put it on the floor.
I guess. I'm just hoping Derek finds something and gets back to us.
I'm going to go that way. I mean, follow that the sign saying herbalism and poisons and alchemy and whatever.
I didn't realise you were still
He's
there.
been right there the whole time.
I can't
Has he?
see him. I can't see in the dark. Come on.
Neither can. Never
I
mind.
start chivvying people towards where.
But yes,
the thing
okay,
is.
let's go.
Good. So you guys start making your way down that corridor.
Put it on him.
No,
You're putting a bag on him.
I'm not putting a book on Derek's head.
You don't know where he is to put it on. So yeah, so you make your way down the corridor past the books that are sort of lining this corridor, leaving a trail of book crumbs behind you.
Yeah.
I
I mean, if we find the librarian, they're going to really hate us.
Sorry.
And you it opens up into another circular-shaped room with various bookcases laid out on the base. In the middle, there's sorts of like desks, places to sit and read, to study with. There seems to be parchment, quill, drying sand, and you can see steps heading up to the 2 levels above you as well.
Is there any sign of it being used?
No.
So it's all perfectly.
Yep.
Did you say there was an ink and quill there?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to quickly just write something on the paper, see if it sticks.
It doesn't. Even when you dab the quill, there's nothing there. You can move the quill. There's nothing in the bottle. Like when you pull the quill out, there's nothing
no ink.
on. Yeah, there is no ink.
This is possibly completely insane, but it's possible we're between time.
I feel
You
like
can't write. There's no dust.
There's no ink.
Well, there's no dust. There should be.
I think I've got an ink quill.
I've got ink.
Mhm.
Dip, dip, dip. But I said it might be insane.
Nothing.
There's ink on your quill, but as you write on the parchment, it just sort of shreds the parchment.
Old paper.
It feels like it's not parchment. It's not. It looks like parchment, but as you're writing on it, it doesn't feel like parchment.
I'm going to rip it.
You can rip it.
It's.
I mean,
Shamshi, do you want to feel this book and see if it feels familiar from touching the adults earlier?
Oh, what? And see if it's like an undead book.
See if it's very dry human skin.
Does this book feel like it's been moistureless?
It feels like parchment when you're holding it. It's just as you attempt to write on it, there's a certain style in which you write on parchment. It doesn't work on this thing. It just shreds it apart.
Oh,
It's only as you're attempting to write on it.
okay.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's time that's wrong, but it's like we're in someone's memory of a library. They can't remember what was in the books,
That's
so
just
they're
a-
blank. Or the covers, they don't know what.
But
to
they
make of
remember
them.
where the things
So
I'm
they
going to
just
go and
think,
find one that has the title that's got a coherent set of letters.
God.
There's
the
got to
only
be one.
reason, yes, this is the only reason we can make out a section is because the section is what was important or memorable.
Focus of their memory. Yeah, okay.
How long are you going to spend looking?
You would all make excellent storytellers with these crazy theories, but there might just be no dust because there's no people here. Why don't we look for the
Yes,
ones we're
of course.
following?
Let's look for the people
They
within the
came
library
here,
and
did
the
they
cave
not?
and the cold
Where
and
was
the
the
darkness.
feeling pulling us towards?
Up to the first level.
What does it say for that area?
This
It's not a label. Just this whole section is.
It's just like the tiers of the.
Yeah.
We're in the potions bit.
Yeah.
Let's go upstairs and find Snape.
Yeah.
Bottle fame.
So, as you guys make your way upstairs and sort of start weaving your way around the bookcases to where you feel your desire comes from.
Can I just double check something?
Yep.
Is this first level in the circular bit, does it have balconies?
Yep.
Okay. I go over to the balcony
Mm-hmm.
and I tie my rope to the balcony and throw it down into the ground so it's hanging down from the
Okay.
first floor balcony down to the ground floor.
Ground floor. Yep. Cool.
Can I see my book crumb trail?
Yep.
Cool.
Still there.
It's not magically disappearing behind me.
Nope.
Nothing's picking it up and putting it down.
So we sit along with Lady like, oh, what idiot left his book there?
Or like literally like the ghost from Ghostbusters just.
The book's just thrown back
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
place.
So you guys round a corner, around a bookcase, following where it is, and you come across a scene of gore and
Naturally.
there are
Bodies.
bodies.
Oh, we found the horror section.
Yeah.
Um,
This is Saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
there are 7 bodies that are sort of just strewn over this section of the library, and then Eldoran,
Great.
Icarus,
Excellent.
and Shade
Useful, cool.
can see
Oh, good.
above, sort of hanging from the ceiling, a creature that sort of looks like a mouth with tentacles.
Lovely.
Oh, nice.
You see that just sort of hanging from the ceiling, hissing at you. The rest of you do not see it.
Do we hear it?
That's
Nope.
not what I desired.
Oh, so how us three?
You two plus Sam
Plus
is not
Sam.
here.
Oh, right.
Yep. And as you have walked around the thing, its tentacles start lashing out towards you, and we're going to end the session there.
Oh, wonderful.
I didn't desire a gruesome death, so...
No.
I didn't desire a pile of corpses. What? No.
Sorry, that was me.
I think
Oh, you got your way.
I think
Fine.
it might have been shade.
Or someone else
It
gets
went
beaten
someone else to
instead.
die.
I think shade would have just been like a giant cardboard box, wouldn't it?
No, just a circle.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's a giant marshmallow man.
Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. We will be picking up next week with Fight with a Monster.
Ooh. That only 3 people can see.
Only 3 people
But now-
can currently see.
Obviously, perceive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Because
Magic, yo.
because of wisdom saves and the area of effect at which it can do its things.
Oh!
And how quickly it noticed you, which was immediately.
Yeah. I figured that was the level of BS going around.
Yeah, it was just doing some stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for the next part. Go check out all our social media things. Look at our Twitch. We have a lot of activity going on Twitch now. We are regularly doing some sort of stream.
Thing.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.